May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from harm. May all beings love life. May all beings awaken. Welcome to another Cuke Audio mini podcast. I pray that you and yours are safe and comfortable, free from economic hardship, and able to get out and do whatever it is you want within the limitations of the universal precept of do as little harm as possible. So today we're going to have another brief memory of Shunryu Suzuki from the Haiku Zendo Chronicles, which was published in 1973. And the Haiku Zendo, of course, is where Shunryu Suzuki gave the, some of the lectures. Actually, he gave the lectures before the Haiku Zendo was built, when it was just in Marion's living room. Some of them he probably gave in the Haiku Zendo. I think it was finished in like August of 1966. So there's some lectures after that, I think. But, we like to say Haiku Zendo. So we call him that, and then we realize, and I'll get a note from somebody who was there saying, actually, this lecture was not given at the Haiku Zendo. It wasn't finished till then. This lecture was given in Marion's living room. So at the Los Altos Zendo, now Kanando. So we got that very important bit of historical accuracy nailed down. This memory is from Eric Remington. My acquaintance with Suzuki Roshi came from Sesshin. I remember how gentling his easy step-by-step morning greeting was, and how he carried the short kyosaku across his chest with two hands. Kyosaku is the stick. That's the name for the long one. I am sure he noticed each one of us. When we were all tired and awful, he went from sitter to sitter, smacking 60 or 70 of us twice on each shoulder. It was very quiet when he at last sat down. Roshi was a small man. Maybe that is why he shook the Zendo when he whispered, "Don't move." There is no word to express that utter urgency. As I make my gasho, I think of his gasho. Somehow mine may be impossibly sloppy, balanced on the verge of falling apart, and yet it is at once beautiful. Beside the door to Suzuki Roshi's room at Zen Center is a banded granite rock from the stream at Tassajara. During work period at each sesshin, I cleaned that hall and that rock. I like his rock. So, thank you, Eric Remington. That was very interestingly written. So, listen, and as use of words, I remember how gentling his easy step-by-step morning greeting was. And then he said, he smacking 60 or 70 of us. Clearly not at Los Altos. That would be at San Francisco Zen Center during a sesshin. 60 or 70, that many? Well, maybe. I'm going to look and see what else he said. He had said, as I make my gasho, I think of his. And then he says, somehow mine may be impossibly sloppy, balanced on the verge of falling apart, and yet it is at once beautiful. He's talking about his own there, I guess. As I make my gasho, I think of his gasho. But we don't have to know if, I mean, it seems like he was talking about both gashos. But, his what he wrote there is sort of poetic. So I don't believe in over-interpreting art or poetry. So just leave that sentence. It's so interesting. And then his ending, during work period at each session in the city center, right? I clean that hall and that rock. I like his rock. Again, he's right. It's like poetry, huh? I like his rock. That can mean so much. So, thanks, Eric Remington. Thanks again. You made me think about what you wrote. The Los Altos people would go, I mean, it's only, 40 minutes away, to go to San Francisco, to the Zen Center. And I don't think they had sessions at Los Altos, at Haiku Zendo. I mean, they certainly have them now at Kanado, because it evolved, So, all right, let's move on then to whatever is next in our day. This has been a Cuke Audio mini podcast. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, coming to you from Sleepy Sonora with Doggett Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka. And we're wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening.